Hello and welcome. Hopefully it worked this time. OBS was being really weird. Yes, it appears that I'm live. If you don't know me, I am Mercy, the head game master. Here's the Monsters, and we're back with another working Wednesday stream. Today is the 9th of July, which, holy crap, how are we already almost into mid-July? What is happening with this year? Good golly. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're not familiar with the show, the format is we put 30 minutes, 30 minutes on the clock. We try and stay fairly focused on the things that we set out to do for the day. We take a 5-minute break. We come back. We put about 30 more minutes on the clock, and then we try and get out of here. Sometimes I do stay a little bit late, but broadly speaking, that's the plan. Let's see today's tasks. So we want to homebrew a little system for gathering spell components. We have a wizard in our party, and I think that he will enjoy having a little mini game for that versus just kind of us hand waving it. We have a MacGuffin that we need to name, and there is an encounter that I want to plan out. Potentially 2, but I don't know if we'll get that far. So those are the big things for the day today. Even if you're not a GM and you don't have something that you need to work on, of course, you're welcome to hang out, do anything. Obviously, hang out and enjoy the show if you want to be a little bit more actively engaged, or if you have any other projects that you want to do, like the dishes or cleaning a room or whatever, I invite you to join me for that as well. Let's see. Our plan was to start getting session videos caught up this week on the channel because we are behind by several for both of our campaigns. Unfortunately, I had something I was doing Monday that ended up taking about twice as long, and I thought it was going to be about a half-day thing, and it ended up pretty much taking all of Monday, and so I'm scrambling a little bit for catch-up. So maybe I can still get one done this week, but if not, then definitely next week. Definitely getting started on that next week, because either way, that'll still be a little bit ahead of time as far as the next session's coming out. So hopefully we can start actually getting caught up before we add more to our pile. Because, yeah, I definitely want to get, we've got, of course, a Chronicles session and 1 or 2 Kingdom sessions coming up. And I, at a minimum, don't want to get further behind.
YouTube stream is now live.
So D&D fans here on youtube.com/HereThereBeMonsters, they are actually coming, I promise. But Monday was a little bit of an unexpected curveball. A good day. I'm very glad that I spent the time the way that I did, but it did mean that I didn't get a few things done. So let's see. What do I feel like doing first? What sounds good? I've got to say, man, I've had TCGs on the brain recently, both just because I've been having fun with it, and also because that's our new side project. And as much as I have been having fun with that, I also think that pointing my brain at something different periodically is good. So I'm looking forward to this stream to kind of detox my brain, if you will, from the hyper focus that I've been having on trading card games. Hello, Kale. Hello, T-Bomb. Final Fantasy Draft, and somebody keeps messaging me about them. Oh, I mean that too, but no, I've been having fun just going down the rabbit hole in general because there's so many trading card games that I think are interesting now. Hello, Copper96. How are you? What is this? This is the Working Wednesday stream. I'm the head game master at HereThereBeMonsters, and we're doing some behind the scenes work today. So happy to tell you a little bit about our game and what I'm working on, and or if you mostly just want to listen in and work on your own projects, you're invited to do that too. I stream here on YouTube most Wednesdays, starting around 3 or 3:30 Pacific and going for an hour or 2. Need more XP, need that #1 crown. So it does show that to you guys too. I am working on my D&D game, yes sir. Sometimes I have stuff that I can show. Sometimes if I'm doing a little bit more writing heavy where I don't want to do spoilers, then I'll just kind of have my face up here while we chat. Today will probably be a little bit more of that, but our world is awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good luck with your own work. Our D&D campaign takes place in a custom campaign setting called the World of Rin. It is something that I originally created for my table game about 12 years ago. And it's kind of a Lord of the Rings-esque overcome the odds to save the world sort of setting. So high danger, low power, low level, low economy. And our player characters most recently have helped defend, at kind of a large scale, have helped defend a frontier town from a large orc invasion. They are in the process of establishing a frontier fort to help defend that town. And they are just about to set off on their next adventure. Apparently, it's also pay to win, but you can't send super chats. Nope, not monetized. Pay hands. All right, so let's see. I feel like getting an easy thing out of the way first. I need to name my MacGuffin. Let's see. I want it to make sense, right? I don't want it to just be kind of nothing. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Okay, I actually have an idea to start with. True, T-Bomb, true. I like to base my things in actual languages instead of just coming up with gobbledygook. And I have, I think, a good idea for this. It is a MacGuffin that we introduced in the last session. And I hadn't yet decided what language I wanted to base this subrace after. And I just thought of it. I'm not going to spoil it, but I did just come up with the answer. So let's go here. There's got to be like a word list dictionary sort of thing that I can find. I don't feel like this should be this difficult to find. When you have time, I want to pick your brain about updating by Here's Token. The one that you've been working on is in there already. You're not too set on the colors, but you like what you have. Do you mind if I show it on stream? We can do that during the working stream here. Don't mind? Okay. Oh, okay. I think I found this website works a little bit strangely. What's up, T-Bomb? Holy crap. I wanted a dictionary, but I got like a whole lexicon. Good golly. This XP meter is strange. Oh, does it show you your like crown XP or whatever? Hello, Shalendor. Good to see you. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think it's just based on number of chat messages within the stream, but I'm not entirely sure. It only just showed up here like a week ago. What the heck is this dictionary? Okay, I was not expecting this to get this in depth. Because the other day you sent like one chat in your number, one when Amlas was there before you hanging out and chatting. I think she had only sent one or two messages before you, though. That's funny. I referenced Teal'c to T-Bomb literally yesterday. Great choice. I believe Tenya is what I want. Or maybe Tenna? This is tough because I'm basing it on an invented language, not an Earth language, and the notes in this dictionary give me like chronological updates. Like the person who made the language changed this root at on this real world date, so it gets like doubly confusing. I thought this was going to be the quick thing. It would, Shalendor, indeed. Seems like you're stuck at 75 XP. I think that means you need to get good, T-Bomb. Mothering Tithe. Ooh, the translation of this phrase is unto the ending of the world, which is cool. Not what I wanted, but ooh, okay, I might have found what I wanted. Uh, 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 um. How do these two roots go together? Can I make my own compound word? Ooh, maybe I can. I believe I have. Neither of these are name. One of them is a prefix. The other one does not state if it would be a suffix or a prefix. The only thing I'm a little worried about is it kind of sounds like it sounds like an earth word. Yeah, I'm had to cancel. Dang it. Sorry to hear that. This will be a fun little riddle for people to potentially try to figure out. Oh, okay, no, but that wouldn't be the right suffix for it. Sorry, this was supposed to be like a 3 minute thing, but now I can't leave it alone. Right, T-Mom? Mm-hmm. I need some synonyms for like destination or location. Can anybody else think of anything else? Neither of those are what I are finding what I want. You're drawing a blank. I know, and I'm struggling to find something that really has what I want. Also, I want it to sound cool. No, it's okay. Well, and also I'm trying to English language it into another language as well. Something like port or landing. No, I know, and I'm trying. I don't want to give spoilers, so I'm trying to deal with this. Yeah, without spoiling things, because some of our players watch these streams, so I want I want it to be something they can find out. What's throwing me off is I have the perfect prefix, but I don't have a suffix. At least not one that makes sense. But I think I'm gonna stop agonizing over it because that was like 20 minutes longer than I intended. It's gonna be called the Tentametta. Entametta. Now we're to save this in my notes. I guess is part 2. World building. Oh god. Okay. Got that. Written down and noted. Easiest way to build a world is to destroy one world and then super glue it back together in different ways. Okay. Well then. It's been a while since I've had a just total hyperfixation like that during one of these working streams. I did at least get the thing done. And I think there was more value there than just naming one single object because I had not decided like cultural linguistically what language to use for that group of people. So you know, there's some future value there as well. Okay. And that gives me an idea for the encounter planning that I need to do as well. So we were working ahead a little bit. I wasn't quite as bogged down there as it initially felt and looked like I was, because our other things should go more quickly now that that's done. That being said, holy crap, we're already 30 minutes into this. What in the world? Time flies when you're hyperfixating, right? Let's go ahead and throw a 5-minute break on the clock. Get up, stretch our legs, refill my water, and then we'll get back to it and try and get some of the other. I think we can still get the other two things done because, like I said, we kind of pre-did some of the work there. So while I'm up and about, I'm gonna walk a few laps around my house and do a little Pokemon Go battle. When I get back, I'll let you know how it went. If you haven't been up off your booty in a little while, I recommend that you join me, and I'll see you in a minute. Alrighty, I'm back. And to quote Jim Carrey, loser. The Battle League right now is like a custom one where you're super limited in what types of Pokemon you can use, and I've not been able to find a good combo for it. The pattern is totally weird. Dang it! I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm usually pretty good in the Battle League, but this is not one that I'm doing well at. And also, T-Bomb, seriously, I actually really appreciate all your messages. I don't have a ton of people to chat like in depth with about card games and whatnot, so I actually really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. Okay, so I think we work on the encounter planning in my to-do list for today because, like I said, there's a lot of overlap with the thing that we just did, so this should theoretically be faster. The distraction shall continue. Okay, so this will be... Okay, I got it, I got it. Okay, there. Let's see. This is hard. Okay, how would this NPC share this information with player characters? I know what it is. I just have to think how it would be communicated. There is a legend. Smoke signals. Something like that would actually be really fun. Not for this particular situation, but yeah, to have kind of a, the beacons are lit sort of communication system for something. But somebody cat of a thousand lives or whatever that ridiculous thing is called. Let's make a TCG reference. Interpret is the word I want here. Now, is this too direct? I struggle with that kind of thing sometimes because I love to dangle a mystery or some ambiguity and whatnot, but at the same time, all the world building in the world is useless if nobody ever hears it or encounters it or figures it out, right? I want to try and walk the line between being decipherable, but also not being too on the nose. What's a better word for transformed? That's too modern. Alter, no. Convert, no. Mold, no. Mutate, no. Reconstruct, no. Remodel, no. Revamp, no. Revolutionize, no. Transfer, no. Translate, no. Transpose, transmute. Ooh, transmute is interesting. Transfigure, transmogrify. Mute, cook, denature, doctor, metamorphose, renew, switch. Discombobulate, right? Transform, actually, as well. Was that in there? No. How was Transform not in there? I feel like Transform is a pretty good. Oh, Transform is what I started with. Oh my god, full circle. I like transmute. I mean, transmutation magic is like a thing in D&D, right? So that seems like a good word to use. Sorry, T-Bomb. I did that when I was editing footage for a couple of packs the other day. We had a 4-card run, or maybe it was even 5-card run, where 3 of the same 4 or 4 of the same 5 cards were in a row, 2 packs back to back. And one of them was the Balam Tyrannosaurus Rex, which I've been using, in my Bambalam jokes. So it was so when I was editing the footage on day 2, I was like, wait, did I grab the wrong footage? Because it was same card, different card, but same color as the other card that was in slot number 2. Same card, and maybe even same card, and 2 packs in a row. It was like, hold on, wait a minute. Did I grab the wrong footage here? And I was going to be frustrated too, because I was like most of the way through editing the second video. And I was like, oh my God, did I just re-edit the same footage a second time? Thankfully, no. But it was, I was very confused at first. It took me like a few minutes of comparing side by side to be like, wait, what is going on here? Oh, I see. Okay. That was a little bit more fiddly than I wanted, but that encounter, I think, is pretty much done. I think there's 2 things that I need to do really quickly. Good old well YouTube burn. Oh, this is so good. Right, T-Bomb? Yeah, I love when stuff comes together like this. Okay, this is great. I do debate sometimes with this kind of thing. Like, maybe I should just go full spoiler during the stream, but I don't know. I like the mystery of letting people see the things in action. I'm trying to think. Okay, I ended up creating a second MacGuffin here, sort of. I need a visual design for it. Speaking of which, I had so much fun. I remember a while back, probably like a year ago, when we were creating magic items for the magic shop. I want to do some more streams where we were doing that too. That was a fun thing to do together with chat. Oh, that's cool too. I mean, I don't. I'm not going to get into it today, but in general, yes, I that kind of thing is exactly why I would like to do some more of that together. Wooden pages is a super cool idea. Oh man, like a magical tome where the cover is bark and the pages are wood. I'm writing that down. That's freaking awesome. T-Bomb. Okay, I figured it out. T-bomb. Don't overdo it. The coolest spellbook idea you've seen was basically small sticks that had the spells carved on them, pointing up in a pouch. Oh, cool! Kind of like a woody version of like whatever that stuff's called, like rope knot writing, like how the old like the ancient like Celtic people and whatnot did, but with like sticks instead. I like that. Right, T-bomb. Okay. Oh, this has been such a fun encounter to design. I suspect this will come up in next session as well. Oh, I'm so happy with this encounter. This came out really cool. How are we doing on time? Okay, we still got some time left, actually. You made a swan. Family Guy. Okay, I knew that it sounded kind of familiar, but I could not place what it was. I wonder if your XP rate is limited, so you can't just like totally spam, right? Like maybe you can only get like XP every minute or 5 minutes or something. Hello, Scrooge. How you doing? You would never. No, never. Might get to roll some dice here in just a second. I think I need to randomize something. Okay, what is something that would be missing? Sorry, that was more to myself. I know that makes no sense without context. I think, let's see, I think plinth is the word that I want. Yes. This turned into two encounters. One encounter that has the potential to lead to another, depending on how it goes. So we're actually doing encounter planning times two. There's context in a YouTube live stream, right? Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I'm really, really happy with this. I'm actually going to change my little overlay as well to say encounter planning times 2 because I want credit for my extra work. And then both of them are done. Mark, mark, bam. So spell components. I don't know if we'll finish this or not, but let's fiddle with it really quickly. Yo, how's it going, Tom? Oh, right. I need to roll dice for that other thing. Need 1d3. Good. Just wrapped up work for the day. Started early. Oh, wow. Nice. Got any plans for your early evening off? I'm doing well, thank you. This was definitely. I was worried that my to-do list for the stream was not comprehensive enough. I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to fill the time, but we really got into the weeds on it. The MacGuffin naming ended up turning into making some like major world/cultural decisions for a special race of beings in Rin. We Tolkiened it essentially, where it was like, we're gonna create a language, and in creating that language, we're gonna create a whole world and lore for it. kind of similar thing. It was like, we need to find a language to name this thing, and then in the process of so doing, we did a lot of like backronym world building that was related to it. But it's been a lot of fun. And then it was the encounter planning. I'm super super pleased with how the encounter that'll probably come up in the next session or two, with what I came up with for that as well. Snack wraps back at McDonald's starting tomorrow. I have never had one before. Let me go grab my dice really quickly. I need to roll 1d3 for this. Yeah, we had a during last session we had a pretty massive character reveal. I won't say anything more than that, for fear of spoilers. But we had a pretty massive character reveal for one of our player characters, and there was a lot of stuff that I had kind of planned out in abstract, but now the rubber's meeting the road, so it was time to nail down some specifics. Okay. Uh. Oh, perfect. Now I need a D10. No plans, really just woke up early and decided to turn on your work computer. Fair enough. Well, hey, there's never a day where it feels bad to be done with work early. Especially on hump day. Right. Okay. So I finished encounter planning. It's really kind of almost encounter 3, but that one was a very small random encounter. So that is done. Do I want to start the last thing, the spell components, like, mini system, or do we save that for next Wednesday? You had some actual work to do today. I'm glad. I'm so sorry. When you were when you were in chat yesterday and that came up, I asked you. I said that I hope that the chat that you had with your boss was productive and that it yielded some positive results for you or something to that effect. And if you followed that up with a message or whatever, I don't recall the answer to it. But I hope, regardless, that was productive. What time is it? It's 5 till, so Pixie will probably also be home soon. But we put off doing the spell components last time also. What do I, okay, that's awesome. What a fantastic outcome from a conversation like that. That kind of thing can be such a risk, right? A good leader can take that kind of thing, to heart and take action that's meaningful, and a bad leader can make something like that go wrong in so many ways. So I'm really glad to hear that. Because one of the other things that we were planning on doing during next week's Working Wednesday stream was doing some more random encounter prep. And we will have session on the 19th, so next Wednesday will be the last Wednesday before that. If we sit down next Wednesday and we finish the spell components, then in the first half, then we can spend the whole second half rolling for random encounters and prepping on that. I think that sounds good. Instead of running whatever 10, 20, 30 minutes over today. I guess I'm already a little bit over anyway, but or keeps enacting new policies that give them standing to terminate people. Uh-oh. That's such a bad, even if it's only low grade stress, that's such a, that kind of low grade stress is such a bad environment to have to work in. I'm sorry to hear that, T-Bomb. The problem is there's only so much you can do. The relationship between the engineers and production really needs to change, and you don't know what he as head of production can actually do. Got it. Well, I mean, still, it's a step forward, and it's it's better to come out of that with a positive interpersonal relationship and reaction than the opposite. I'm sorry, there's not a clearer throughput there to a better long-term result. Okay. Yeah. Next Wednesday's working stream will be homebrewing the spell component system and random encounter. Rolling on the random encounter chart. If we have any extra time, which is rare during these streams, but if we end up with any extra time, then we can use that to flesh out some magic items. I really like the idea that T-Bomb could put out kind of the proto version of, and then I expanded just a little bit further. But a like a magical tome where the cover is made of bark and the pages are made of wood. And I don't mean papers made of wood. I mean like literal wood. Like think like the Book of the Dead from the Mummy movies, but instead of being so you like, you know, like thick pages, like half-inch thick pages, but instead of being made of gold, it's wood. I think that would be really cool. There's always extra work, never extra time. Too true. Too true. But that could be a particularly fitting magical item as our characters are preparing to set off an adventure into the north, into the. I really need to make a hotkey for this. Actually, maybe we'll do this next time too, so I can show the map during these streams. But headed north into the winter woods, the kind of mystical land of the elves. So the words are carved into the wood. Exactly. Yes. Don't bark up the wrong tree. Or the grains naturally form into words. Ooh, that's an interesting thought. I mean, it is a magical book. So it's like cursive, essentially. So it's like it's all connected. I'm gonna write that down too. And Pixie just got home. This is good timing. The pages are wood and the words are cursive-esque, formed by the grain. She works 8 till 4:30 and has a half-hour lunch. So this is a half an hour after work ended. Hi, Loki. Oh, they're not gonna be able to hear you if you talk from there. You're behind the mic. There you go.
Hi, T-Mom. Hi, how's it going?
That's what the airplane ears, Loki. Poor Loki.
My life is so...
Poor,
oh my God.
poor mistreated Loki. I do like that idea, Looney, where like it, you know, it's like you know, the words like it doesn't look like anything unless you know how to read it. Then like the words like form up. You know what I mean? Like like it transforms from just like the wood grain into words. Yeah, he was being kind of a turd for whatever reason. Okay. Cool. Oh right, I wanted to fiddle around here and see. I could have sworn a while ago I added something so I could show the D&D map during these streams, but now I don't see it. Is it in static assets? If there's not, we're going to do it right now because it'll be pretty quick. Right meow. There's Mama's townsfolk. There's my townsfolk. Forget whose that is. Let's see. None of that is what I wanted, though. No, it's not in here anywhere. That's so weird. Add image, add existing. Does it show up under my existing? No. God dang it. Oh god, where is this saved? D&D. I almost showed you guys the DM map on accident. That would have been unfortunate. The heck? Where's the player map saved? Map. Search. No, not the DM maps. Oh. Oh, that's fine. That'll work. Not the one I was looking for, but it's fine. So this is the scan of the original hand-drawn map of the Kingdom of Ren. But that's fine for the moment. So they are currently in the... Oh, hold on. I got a reverse finger point. Nope. Oh. I got to reverse in like 4 axes. They're over here. Between the large mountain and the like crook of the mountain range. And they are headed north toward, well, one of the things that they have talked about doing is heading north towards the Winter Woods, which, like I said, is the kind of ethereal, kind of like borderline fairy realm where the Elven Kingdom can be found. Well, because it's the wrong hand, and I'm trying to. There we go. That's more or less what. But also while holding my arm out really far. So that's more or less what I was trying to get. Anyway, that was fun. I'm really looking forward to those encounters, or that encounter with the potential for the follow-up encounter, depending on how they navigate that situation. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me for the Working Wednesday stream. Generally, my goal is to be about an hour and to keep it under an hour and a half on most weeks, and we're coming up right on an hour and a half, so that was good. I'll be here again next Wednesday. That is the, 16th? Yeah, Wednesday the 16th. We'll start again between 3 and 3:30 Pacific and go for 1 to 2 hours. So if I don't catch you then, if you're mainly a D&D fan, you can catch the next live D&D session on Saturday the 19th, I believe, is when we'll be playing in the Kingdom of Ren. And if you have been following along with or if you don't know about our new second YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/@a-couple-of-packs. Today, the last video for our gift bundle battle went up a couple hours ago. And tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, we're doing a little mini challenge, opening some booster packs of a new trading card game that we've never opened before. Just be a little short thing, a little 2-day thing, and then we'll get back to the magic packs. But looking forward to that. Thank you so much for being here today. Our next stream, if you're interested in our projects more broadly, not just the D&D stuff, our next stream will be this Friday on twitch.tv/HereThereBeMonsters, and we'll be playing some Helldivers 2. And there's the link for the TCG YouTube channel at youtube.com/@a-couple-of-packs. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you can drop with us, Tom. Thank you again for being here. If you haven't done so yet, a quick reminder to hit the thumbs up button. And of course, have a great rest of your day. Take care. And as always, be excellent to each other.